Hi, good evening everyone and welcome to today's live session. My name is Dr. Jolene Fernandez. I'm a clinical nutritionist based in India. I'm available for in-person consultations in Goa, in Margao as well as in Panjim, and I also do online consultations, so I'm globally available as well. Well, today's topic is really important for women who are trying to conceive, who are planning a pregnancy, who have hormonal imbalance, or even those who are undergoing IVF or IUI treatment. We're going to talk about how important protein is in your fertility journey. So, protein we know is the building block of our body. So, we know protein to be the major nutrient when it comes to building muscles. So, people who train in the gym, we need protein. But it is also important for our hormones, for your sperm count, for ovulation, and also for your uterine lining. So, we know proteins are made up of amino acids, and these amino acids help in the production of certain hormones, your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and even FSH, that is the follicle stimulating hormone, which is needed for ovulation to take place. So it's important to have enough protein in your diet if you want a good hormonal balance. Secondly, for the production of healthy eggs. So every month, when a woman ovulates, she produces an egg, and that health of that egg is also really important if you're trying to conceive. Secondly, protein is very important for sperm quality and sperm health as well. And lastly, protein is important in your fertility journey because it makes your uterine lining healthy as well. Because once you conceive, or even if you're undergoing IUI or IVF treatment, implantation of the fertilized ovum is really important so that the pregnancy can continue. So these are the reasons why you need to have proteins in your diet if you're planning a pregnancy, you're trying to conceive, or you're on an IUI or an IVF treatment. Now, what are the sources, or from where do we get enough protein, or are we getting enough protein from our diet? We all know what are the major sources of protein. So it's eggs, fish, meats, nuts, seeds, paneer, tofu, beans, lentils, pulses. These are all the available sources to us. Now, does that protein, or the protein that we get from our food, we're eating enough, but is it getting assimilated? Is it getting absorbed? Is our body able to absorb the protein from our meals? Now that depends on two major factors. Protein forms a major piece in the puzzle, but it is not entirely the main ingredient or the major ingredient in your fertility. What you need are balanced meals. So it's not just about consuming protein. It's about being able to use the protein that you're eating. It's about absorption and assimilation of that protein. So whether you're trying to conceive, you're undergoing IUI or IVF, or you just want to stay healthy, protein absorption and assimilation is what you need to focus on rather than just consuming protein. Because if you consume too much of protein, more than what your body really needs, it's a waste, because protein is not stored by the body. Just like our body loves to store fat, it does not store protein. So if you eat a lot of fat, it stores fat. If you eat a lot of junk food, it stores fat. But if you eat extra protein, thinking that, oh, I'm eating a lot of protein, it's not really getting stored. It goes waste. All right. So how do we ensure that protein that we are eating gets absorbed and assimilated? Number one, make sure that you're eating your proteins along with grains, fats, and fiber. So when it comes to grains, we in India, we majorly eat rice and we eat wheat, or we also eat millets today. So your protein has to be eaten with these grains. Secondly, fats. So ghee, eggs, fish, you make sure that when you're eating your protein, there have to be some essential fats also. So cooking oil like coconut oil or ghee is essential in your diet. And lastly, fiber that comes from cooked vegetables. Now, a lot of us believe that salads are the healthiest, and you don't need to really eat your sabzi, which is cooked, but we can only depend on, eating a raw salad. But that information is slightly incomplete. Of course, you can eat a raw salad in the form of onion, tomato, a little bit of cucumber as a side, but not as your main dish. Because the fiber in a salad is a lot for your body to break down. And this fiber is that insoluble fiber, which makes it even difficult for digestion. And if you're eating a protein along with it, it is further difficult for your body to break it down. So you might want to eat a cooked sabzi along with whatever protein you're eating. So ensure that you're having balanced meals. Grains, fats, fiber along with your protein. Because all of this makes that meal complete. Now, even if you're eating rice and dal, the amino acids in rice and the amino acids in dal form a balanced meal. And the dollop of ghee on it is your perfect meal. All right, so you don't need to turn into a non-vegetarian to get enough protein and completely change your food habits and food intake. You are getting your proteins from your food. Just ensure that it's getting absorbed and assimilated. The second very important point to ensure that you're getting enough of protein into your system, it's getting absorbed, is being active. The more active you are, the more the more walking you do, the more standing you do, the more hobbies you have, like gardening, your sweeping, your cleaning, that is when there's more absorption of protein. So those who just take extra protein and they're sitting all day, or you spend just 1 hour in the gym and then the entire day you're just sitting in front of a desk, in front of a system, you don't really move, or you're with your phone, or you're watching Netflix all day, there's not going to be enough protein absorption and assimilation, and then you're going to crib that you don't really see results. So ensure that you're very, very active. Now, you don't need to be crazy and go there and complete around 15,000, 20,000 steps every day. But make sure that you're active. For every 30 minutes that you sit, at least stand in one place. Or if you have the liberty to go about in your house, or a lot of us work from home these days. So if you can stand and do a meeting, or you can stand and do a call, or you can go about, breathe some fresh air outside and then come back in, it would be great. So make sure that you exercise and you're active throughout the day. And the third, the most important point for the right absorption of protein is getting good quality sleep. Now, those who are physically very active, who want to gain muscle, lean muscle, and lose fat, you need to make sure that you go to sleep at least by 11, max 11:30 in the night. And how do you ensure that you get good quality sleep? You stay away from all the gadgets by 10:30, 11. All right, so keep your phones, iPads, laptops, televisions, everything away. Shut all of the systems, put off all your screens by 10:30, 11, so that you can have good quality sleep. All right, it's really important if you want your body to assimilate and use the protein to build lean muscle and burn fat. Yeah, so the key takeaways for today's live are eating your protein in a balanced way. So you eat it along with grains, fats, and fiber, so it's well assimilated. You make sure that you're active throughout the day. Those who have a seated job, at least stand for about 30, for every 30 minutes that you're sitting, stand for about 3 minutes, or take standing meetings, standing calls. And lastly, make sure that you sleep well, you have good quality sleep, and you stay away from all your gadgets. All right, so that's about it for today's live, and I'll see you all next week with another session. Stay tuned. Good night. Bye bye.